When I say pollution, what comes to your mind? Maybe this. Or this. But what about this? The military is one of the biggest polluters in the whole world. And the American military? The worst among them. If the Pentagon was a country, it would be the 47th biggest emitter of greenhouse gases. The American military emits more carbon dioxide than 140 countries. It is a lethal machine that kills a lot more than humans. It is also killing our planet. In March last year, the American military released this document. A climate strategy. It talked about 3 goals. Have total emissions by 2030. Achieve net zero by 2050. And factor in climate change while making decisions. Stuff like acquisitions, supply chain and even strategy. Why did the military feel the need for such a document? Because its carbon footprint is huge. And I mean, huge. A big reason for that is fuel. The military consumes a lot of it. In fact, they are the biggest oil customer in the world. The Air Force buys fuel worth $4.9 billion. The Navy, $2.8 billion. The Army, $947 million. And the Marines, $36 million. Put together, that's a lot of petroleum. Around 270,000 barrels per day, to be precise. Now, brace yourself. Because there are more numbers coming your way. Between 2001 and 2017, the American military emitted around 1.2 billion metric tons of greenhouse gases. That is what 257 million cars would emit, in 1 year. That's a lot of cars. Where exactly is all this fuel going? To all these places. The American military has 800 installations in 80 countries. Plus, around 740 bases at home. They need to keep the light on at these places. And don't forget these guys. America's favorite Humvees. Their mileage is around 8 miles to the gallon. And how many does the military have? Around 60,000 of them. We have just scratched the surface of how bad things are. The American military operates a vast network. Of planes. Of ships. And of trucks. What's worse? The Pentagon doesn't release emissions data. So everything you are hearing is unofficial. In 2017, the American military pushed about 59 million tons of carbon dioxide. Entire nations did better. Sweden produced just 48 million tons. Hungary, 47 million. And Finland, 45 million. These are 3 NATO countries. Their overall national emissions are less than the American military. Tells a story, doesn't it? But, it is a story Washington chooses to ignore. The true extent of military pollution is almost impossible to calculate. The Pentagon is just one part of it. You must also calculate the military-industrial complex. Their factories. Their shipments. And their production processes. So what is the way out? The American military may have released a climate strategy. But their logic is flawed. Simply acknowledging climate change is not enough. They must acknowledge their role in climate change. Until then, it is all useless talk. As long as the military doesn't keep bills, you can't fix accountability. There needs to be proper oversight and accounting. But some say, even that won't work. Because war by definition is destructive. It pollutes the air, destroys the land, and contaminates the water. A green war is not a possibility. So, some experts suggest defunding the military. America spends around $877 billion on defense. Good luck trying to cut that. They won't defund the police. So defunding the military is far-fetched. But that is what many experts want. To shift money from the military to climate action. Let's face it, it is a non-starter. The American military is too powerful to be leashed. We know their track record is covered in blood. Turns out, it is clouded in smoke as well. If you liked our video, make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned to our channel for more on geopolitics and finance. Thanks for watching.